Back at it again. Last Monday of October already? Say it isn't so. Well, not for me, because I'm filming this far in advance. So I'm in a much more jovial mood for someone who enjoys this time of year for the horror. Let's get to it. How is everybody doing this fine day wherever you may be? It's your boy here, Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up, and it's time, yes, it's time once again for another horror movie reaction. We did Dracula. We did Frankenstein. And we even did The Mummy. It's time now for something a little bit different. It's time to jump back into James Whale as the director, Carl Laemmle, the producer, The Invisible Man, the original Universal Invisible Man, based from the book by H.G. Wells, that started its own little revolution of movies. There were many after, some portraying the Invisible Man to be more sane, even during wartime, to be a secret agent, and other stories alike, but none of them really did this one justice. I'll be honest. The original Invisible Man had a lot going for it, and the biggest part really was the Invisible Man himself. Claude Rains steps into our life on this channel as the first Invisible Man that gained my attention. And my goodness, he does a smashing performance. One thing that always made me feel guilty, the entire time I watched this movie, and spoilers, this is only going to be my third time watching this movie in full, I, honest to God, thought it was always Colin Clive. I don't know what it is, but during this period, his voice and Colin's voice sound so similar when they are in their intensive moments. Only difference I've appreciated more over the years watching Claude Rains in other movies, like Alfred Hitchcock's Notorious, The Wolfman also, for instance, he was in that. I believe he was in Rope of Sand. Claude Rains has the body language of 1,000 men and the best voice matching his character. Another great example would be Phantom of the Opera, when they remade that in color. I believe in the 1940s was that. And what a smash that movie is. Maybe on our list one day, but back to Invisible Man. He does such a great job creating the character of a madman, someone who is just on the brink of complete and total, I'm done, I'm lost, never coming back. That's what Claude Rains delivers here. Side note from that, this is probably one of the first horror movies that got me laughing for reasons of making me laugh the whole movie. There's great comedy with him and the police pestering the townspeople, and honestly, he doesn't drop it for a second. It also created the look of the common Invisible Man hiding his invisibility. We have the bandages around the head, we have the goggles, the suit, even some little fake hair sticking out of the bandages to make it look like all is well in one sense. Nothing supernatural here, but if there's just one other thing to mention, the special effects for this time on the Invisible Man, something that you'll never see out of this time period like this. It's incredible. So if there's one movie that I'm going to recommend out of the 5 I am reviewing for anyone who would just like something different, it's the original Invisible Man. Watch it. In my opinion, you'll be surprised. So I think without further ado, let's jump in. It's time for our last October Monday horror movie of this year. I hope to do these again next year, maybe even sooner. Depends, but we're jumping in. Play. Okay, just fix a few things per the usual. Gonna have my water close by me, obviously. Let me get that volume up. Okay. I think we're there. All right, still got the airplane going around the globe. A Universal picture. Oh, I'm excited to get back into this one. I am glad we have his name right at the beginning. Claude Rains. Shout him out right away. This did not need the treatment like the Frankenstein monster's name being hidden and the bride's name being hidden. No, no, this was just too good for that. Do not hide his name. I think, honestly, this is the one I'm most looking forward to watching with you guys as well. I don't watch it enough, and I'm not the biggest nerd on this enough. I'm here to have fun. Really here to have fun. See, even in the introduction, the players, Claude Rains, in brackets, the Invisible One. We're making that clear right away. This is who you give your credit to. Love to see it. Oh, that's right, Una O'Connor's in this, and as far as I remember, she really puts on the screaming performance here and in Bride of Frankenstein. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But we're starting out in the cold, and already, here he comes. Might be saying to yourself, that man's not invisible. Well, he's wearing clothing. I'll say that. And he's having a nice walk. Maybe not so nice, though. Very deep snow. Into the Lion's Head pub. Usual bar bums. Having fun with darts.
You hear about Mrs. Mason's little Willie? Sent him to school and found him buried 10 foot deep in a snowdrift. How did they get him out? Brought the fire engine round, put the hose pipe in, pumped it backwards, and sucked him out.
So bad. You just know, though, this atmosphere is gone once that man comes in the door. Oh, he's taking applause for playing the piano. It's a player piano. Turn your ass around. Oh. This is certainly one I enjoyed to laugh at more just the same. Okay. It's not... There he is. Everyone's already like, who is this? Our mood is ruined. There's something to fear.
I want a room and a fire. Jenny?
Hello?
Oh, there she is.
A room and a fire.
What, a room?
I said a room.
We ain't got none ready, not at this time of year. We don't usually have folks stopping, except in the summer.
You can get one ready.
Says he, me, sir.
He's
Minnie?
not taking no for an answer.
I want a private sitting room, too.
Steady, me, sir. You go through, sir. This way, sir.
Everyone's just looking at him, trying to figure what this new guy's all about. But their nosiness is going to cost them. And quite the big room, too.
It's the coldest winter we've had down here for years. They put all the sheep and the cows in for a fortnight now. Poor things. They can't get a blade of green grass.
He couldn't even give a crap. He's just looking out the window.
Maybe he started, but he can't be deaf and dumb as well. Could I take a coat of hat, sir, and give him a nice dry in the kitchen?
No.
Haha. No.
I prefer to keep them on.
Very good, sir. The room will be warm soon.
I've got some luggage at the station. How can I have it sent?
I'll get it brought over tomorrow, sir. Are you going to stay a bit?
Yes. No way of getting it tonight?
Oh, not tonight, sir.
Very well. Bring me some food.
Right away, sir.
Full service back then. Full service, as long as you can pay for it. Not even up front.
If you ask me, he's a criminal flying from justice.
He's snowblind, that's what he is.
Speculation begins.
Anyway, you be careful and lock your money up.
A bottle of that, Sir Herbert.
You all here?
Well, she's only following instructions. She's bringing the food up. Does she knock? She does, but she opens the door. A bit too quickly, maybe.
Your supper, sir?
No, he's still looking out the window.
Is there a key to that door?
A key, sir? Oh, I haven't ever seen one. I don't think there was one when we came here.
I want to be left alone and undisturbed.
I'll see that no one disturbs you, sir.
We'll see. Oh, but what did...
Yes, mustard, ma'am.
Oh,
You better deafen me with your slowness. Here, you let me take the gentleman's supper in and forget the mustard.
you forgot the
Didn't want you to
mustard.
be left alone.
Honestly, though, knock. Don't go in. Wait for permission. Didn't even knock.
I told you not to disturb me.
It's only the mustard, sir. I forgot it. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
He's
You
covering up his mouth. That's where there's no bandages right now.
You can take my overcoat and dry it.
Very good, sir.
She's terrified, but she's composing herself now. She
Leave
won't.
the hat.
She won't be composing herself later. Out you go. And there's our look at the briefly, ever so briefly, no mouth.
Bandages right up to the top of his head, all round his ears.
Any blood?
No blood. Looks like some kind of horrible accident.
Bumped his head on the prison wall, getting over.
Oh, we're back at a lab. I forgot. Is that the actor who was in It's a Wonderful Life? Clarence? Yes, I forgot he was in this movie. Oh, bless him. I'll always love him for that performance. And in Shadow of a Doubt, one of Hitchcock's movies.
I wish you'd leave me alone, Flora, when I'm working.
I can't bear it. We've got to do something.
Do something? What about?
About Jack.
Oh, he'll come back. Don't you worry.
Father, please.
I
don't
can't help it.
force
I
me
can
down.
never, like,
It's nearly
take him
like
too
now,
serious
without
as a different
words.
character.
The
I'll
note
always
he
see
left
him
was
as
quite
Clarence.
clear. He said we might not hear for a while. It's a good thing to go away when you're finishing a difficult experiment.
What kind of experiment is it, Father?
Oh, something of his own.
I had a
There's not
terrible
too much
feeling
important
last night.
chatter here. Just a
I
quick
thought he
story.
was desperate
I went to
trouble.
go see It's a Wonderful Life in like an old timey theater when I was younger. One of the best experiences I'll ever have in my
I
life.
wonder. I should have thought at least he could drop a line.
It's a queer thing.
It certainly is, considering he was in your employ.
He had my permission to carry out his own experiments in his spare time.
And to clear off when he liked, for as long as he liked.
Oh, what does it matter if he's in trouble?
Well, he's in trouble, all right, but maybe not the trouble you're thinking. A nice house, though.
I've got the car outside. It'll give you a rest to come for a run.
Do you think there are any papers in his room to help us? Surely he must have arranged where he was going. There may be letters.
He left a heap of burnt papers in his fireplace, that's all.
Ah,
He was so
burnt
strange
papers.
those last few days before he went. So excited and strung up. And yet he wouldn't say a word to explain. I've never seen him like it before. He was always so keen to tell me about his experiments.
He meddled in things men should leave alone.
What do you mean?
Your father's a scientist, Flora. He's discovered more about preserving food than any man living, and Jack and I were employed to help him. That's a plain, straightforward job. It's not romantic, but it saves hundreds of deaths and thousands of stomach aches.
What did you mean about things men should leave alone?
He worked in secret. He kept a lot of stuff locked in a big cupboard in his laboratory. He never opened that cupboard until he barred the door and drawn the
It's
blinds.
interesting hearing this conversation after the last 3 movies we watched, but not relating so much to
He
man
cares nothing for you, Flora.
playing with
He
life,
never care about anything.
but
Just
we're
you
playing
and
too
chemicals.
much with
How
science.
could he go away like this without a word? Flora, dear, please, darling, let me tell you how I feel. I can't work or sleep until I know.
Leave me
Oh,
alone. Oh, damn you.
hitting on the Invisible Man's girlfriend. Shame on you. Did Victor do that to Henry and Frankenstein? No, he didn't. You are. Back to the Invisible Man, though. He's working. Trying to find that cure.
There's a way back, you fool. There must be a way back.
There is.
What is it?
Not a good way, though.
Take it away.
You don't want a cow, do you? Do you suppose that I'm going to carry trays backwards and forwards all day? Luncheon's at 1, and it's 1 now.
Oh. And she freaks out way too much to that. It's just the mix of funny and annoying with her.
Not another hour. Crushed the tray out of my hand and swore at me. Turned my best sitting room into a chemist's shop. Spilled it on the carpets. And him the week behind with his money. Go and tell him if he ain't packed up in gold in half an hour, we'll have the law in to turn him out. And take him his bill. £3.10. And see you get it before you come out. Go on.
Let's leave him a bit, Jenny, till he cools off.
Go on, do it now. Him and his goggles in his chemist's shop. If you don't kick him out, I'm clearing out myself, and that's the truth. And I mean it this time.
Isn't that the better option out of this?
When a whole day's work ruined by a foolish ignorance. There must be a way back. God knows there's a way back. If only they'd leave me alone.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Look here, mister. We can't have this no more. You've broken the wife's best china, you're a week behind with the rent. You've got to pack up and go.
I'm expecting some money, Mr. Hall. I'll pay you directly it comes.
You said that last week and it hasn't come yet.
I came here for quiet and secrecy. I'm carrying out a difficult experiment. I must be left alone. It's vital. It's life and death that I should be left alone. You don't understand.
I understand all right. You don't pay. And what's more, you're driving folks away from our house.
Mr. Hall, I've had a serious accident. It's disfigured me. Affected my eyes.
I don't mean that. I mean the way you carry on. Throwing things about on the carpets and swearing. It's no good, mister. You've got to go.
I implore you to let me stay. I beg of you.
The wife says if you don't go, she is, so it's got to be you. Come on, I'll help you to get this stuff packed up.
It's going to trigger him if you touch any of that.
Leave that alone and get out of here.
Look here, is this my house or yours?
Ooh. Throws him down the stairs. Tried to be civil. Oh yeah, let's bring the police. I'm telling you, the biggest waste of space for the majority of this movie.
Go and get the police.
Shut up. He even tells her to shut up. This cop doesn't give a crap.
He's assaulted Mrs. Hall and nearly killed her husband.
Yeah, honestly, if you've seen this movie, you know the first cop could not give a damn. And it's not like they're saying anything that's hard to believe. A legitimate situation is going on. This officer doesn't care.
In the sitting room. He's always silent.
Oh. Honestly, and there's worse acting later in this. We'll get to it. I'm not saying, again, this is a perfect movie, but it's funny as hell to watch again. Shut up! God bless! Husband falls in her head. What is her reaction? Scream his ears out! I was so mad that the Frankenstein monster didn't strangle her in the sequel. Okay.
Yeah, what's all this?
They're coming
Keep
in.
back there. Keep back, me. You know who you're talking to?
I give you a last chance to leave me alone.
Give me a last chance. You've committed assault, this what you've done, and you can come along to the station with me. Come along now, come quietly, unless you want me to put the handcuffs on.
Stop where you are. You don't know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing, all right. Come on, get hold of him.
Lock him up.
All right, you fools.
Oh boy.
You brought it on yourselves.
Oh boy.
Everything would have come right if you'd only left me alone. You've driven me near madness with your peering through the keyholes and gaping through the curtains. And now you'll suffer for it. You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you.
And again, these effects.
Souvenir for you.
Fake
One for
nose,
you.
goggles.
I'll show you who I am.
My
That's
God.
what I am.
And the laugh, too. He could have passed as Joker perfectly with that voice and laugh.
How do you like that, eh?
Yeah, run!
It was horrible. What's wrong?
Well, Japheth, what do you think?
He's invisible, that's what's the matter with him. If he gets the rest of them clothes off, we'll never catch him in 1,000 years.
At least he adapts to the situation right away, but there's no damn in his face.
This will give them a bit of a shock. Something to write home about.
As he
Right,
takes off his
bedtime
pants.
story for the kids too, if they want it.
he's just got his shirt on.
Cuffs on.
How can I handcuff a blooming shirt? Quick, get out of him!
Man, the laugh is something else, I'm telling you.
I know, you fools.
Now he's full invisible.
It's easy, really, if you're clever. A few chemicals mixed together, that's all. And flesh and blood and bone just fade away. A little of this injected under the skin of the arm every day for a month. An invisible man can rule the world. Nobody will see him come. Nobody will see him go. He can hear every secret. He can rob, wreck, and kill.
Not if he can't get no further than this room, he won't. You shut the door. Now then, you better come along quietly.
Out the window he goes.
You think I'd escape like a common criminal?
No.
You need a lesson. I think I'll throttle you. Let go now. Let go.
Choking the cop. The townspeople are just
You're
watching.
made to understand what I can do.
Ooh, hit somebody. And out the door we go. He is wrecking this place. And out we go.
Look out! Get indoors!
Out of the way. Hey, it ain't snowing no more.
I'm afraid I need this bicycle.
He takes the bike!
Here's your blooming bicycle. You can do what you like with it. How's that for a hairbrush, George Henry?
He's so Oh! He know.
Grandfather, how do you do? You are part.
There's too much to cover, man.
Mama, never mind the plated goods. Give me the diamonds. On the gospel, it's the truth. You tried to strangle me, sir.
throws a bike at people. He knocks a baby carriage over. Throws an old man's hat in the river.
Well, look here. You put more water in it next time. You won't believe me, you tell him.
Mr. Hall speaking. The constable is telling the truth, all right.
Invisible Man on the loose.
The slightest clue.
Oh, back to the
I
scientists.
expect there would be.
Just a bunch of burnt papers.
Where the clues are. He wasn't leaving anything to chance. Griffin was never the man for secrets. He came to me with everything. He kept a lot of stuff locked in here. I came in one evening when he wasn't expecting me. He was standing here by this cupboard. It was full of instruments. When he saw me, he slammed the door and turned the key. You say he brought a packing case up here? The night before he disappeared. I heard him hammering, packing everything up.
It's still just baffling how good the special effects are for this.
What is it? Bad news? It's only a rough note. A list of chemicals. And the last on the list is monocaine. Monocaine? What is monocaine?
That's the special one, brother.
Monocaine's a terrible drug. I never heard of it. You wouldn't, Kemp. It's never used now. I didn't know it was even made. It's a drug that's made from a flower that's grown in India. It draws color from everything it touches. Years ago, they tried it for bleaching cloth. They gave it up because it destroyed the material. That doesn't sound very terrible. Yes, I know, but it does something else, Kemp. It was tried out on some poor animal, a dog, I believe. It was injected under the skin, and it turned the dog dead white, like a marble statue. Isn't that so? Yes, and
Worse.
It also sent it raving mad.
There it
I don't
is.
think. I only pray to God that Griffin hasn't been meddling with this ghastly stuff. He'd never touch a thing with madness in it. He might not know. I found that experiment in an old German book just by chance. The English books only describe the bleaching power. They were printed before the German experiment.
Honestly, where's the attention to detail then for that?
Police. But Griffin's disappeared. But only that he's disappeared. I put you on your honor, Kemp, not to breathe a word of this to anyone. Will I go down to the police station with you? It's all right, Kemp. I'll go tonight when Inspector Lane's on duty. I'll run along back home then.
Oh, you won't want to do that.
Good night. Good night, Kemp.
Oh, Kemp, we have some work for you to do. He's got a nice house, too. Another nice place to hide. And already the door's opening. Still fully invisible, too. No clothes on, no nothing. But he can feel the draft. How's he gonna mess?
This is the national station broadcasting this evening's news. Remarkable story from Country Village. The police and doctors are investigating an astonishing story told this afternoon by the people of the village of Iping. It appears that a mysterious disease has broken out, infecting a large number of the inhabitants. It takes the form of a delusion that an invisible man is living among them. Several people have been seriously injured, probably through fighting among themselves and their belief that their opponent is an invisible man. The whole village is in a state of panic, and everyone...
And everyone deserves the fate that's coming to them.
Oh.
Panic, death,
Ho, ho.
worse than death.
Ho ho.
Don't be afraid, Kemp. It's me, Griffin. Jack Griffin. How are you, my friend? Oh, I'm frozen with cold. Dead tired. Thank God for a fire.
And Kemp doesn't know what to make of any of this.
Sit down, you fool.
Huh.
Let's have a decent fire. You hear me? Sit down. Unless you want me to knock your brains out. Sit down. I want you to listen carefully, Kemp. I've been through hell today. I want food and sleep. But before we sleep, there's work to do. May I have a cigarette? You've always were a dirty little coward, Kemp. You're frightened out of your wits, aren't you? Oh, it's no good talking like this.
Man, the effects are so good.
Have you got a good long surgical bandage? Good. And a pair of dark glasses? Right. Go and get them. At once. Let me have a dressing gown, and pajamas, and a pair of gloves. You'll feel better if you can see me, won't you?
Fair honesty.
Come on. We've no time to waste.
You'll find some pajamas in that room. Here are the gloves and bandages. I'll bring you the glasses.
Thank you. Don't be long. Put them on the table. Now go down and draw the blinds in your sitting room. Are we alone in the house?
Yes.
Good. All right, go now. Don't raise a finger against me. You're a dead man. I'm strong, and I'll strangle you. Understand? Wait for me downstairs.
So casually just threatens him.
The sitting room, I said, Kemp. And if you try and escape by the window, I shall follow you. And no one in the world can save you.
Lot of stress on this guy now. Prisoner in your own home. Telephone, maybe? Oh, no. He's not that stupid.
Here comes Inspector now.
Oh, all right. We're cutting back to the bar. Big town meeting.
Nice fool you've made of me. I've got reports for 10 miles around. Not a sign of anything. I'll tell you what I think of your invisible man. It's a hoax.
A hoax, eh?
Good business for the saloon bar, eh, Mr. Hall?
Suppose I'd break my neck to sell a gallon of beer?
I'll have an inquiry right now. Bring in everybody who thinks they saw or heard anything. I'll get at the bottom of this before the night's out. Here, get those tables together.
Well, a lot of people to talk to then, buddy. Okay, all right, back in the house. Invisible Man looking much more fresh in that robe.
No, Kim. Now then, we can talk as man to man. Sit down.
Huh. Gonna close some more blinds. Looks at the telephone ever so briefly, locks the door. All the precautions.
One day I'll tell you everything. There's no time now. I began 5 years ago, in secret, working all night, every night, right into the dawn. 1,000 experiments, 1,000 failures. And then, at last, the great, wonderful day. But Griffin, it's ghastly. The great, wonderful day. The last little mixture of drugs. I couldn't stay here any longer, Kemp. I couldn't let you see me slowly fading away. So I packed up and went to a little village for secrecy and quiet to finish the experiment and complete the antidote. The way back to Visible Man again. I meant to come back just as I was when you saw me last. The fools wouldn't let me work in peace. I had to teach them a lesson. But why? Why do it, Griffin? Just a scientific experiment at first. That's all. To do something no other man in the world had done.
That's how a lot of this stuff starts.
I know now. It came to me suddenly. The drugs I took seemed to light up my brain. Suddenly I realized the power I held. The power to rule. To make the world grovel at my feet. We'll soon put the world right now, Kemp. You and I. You mean I must have a partner, Kemp. A visible partner to help me in the little things. You're my partner, Kemp. We'll begin with a reign of terror. A few murders here and there.
Ooh.
Murders of great men, murders of little men, just to show we make no distinction. We might even wreck a train or two. Just these fingers around a signalman's throat. That's all. Griffin, for heaven's sake! Do you want me to take these off? No. Very well, then. We'll make our plans tomorrow. Tonight we have a small job to do. Go and get your card out, Kemp.
Why? Where are we going?
Back to the village I left this morning. I came away without my notebooks. They contain all the results of my experiments. I must have them here.
It's past 8 o'clock.
Only 15 miles. Go now. Quickly. Take a bag with you for the books. Put a warm rug in the car. It's cold outside when you have to go about naked.
Hey, Gummy. Poor Kemp, you gotta realize at this point, you're working with a psychopath, and your life is on borrowed time.
Come on, get in. Where's that rug? I'm frozen. Not enough to freeze the icicles off an Eskimo. We'll stop in a lane 100 yards from the inn. I'll go in and give you the books through the window.
They'll have a guard.
A guard? What can a guard do, you fool? I must have those books kept. I'll work in your laboratory till I find the antidote. And sometimes I'll make you invisible. Give me a rest.
I was walking on to me lunch, sir, when all of a sudden, something takes hold of me hat and throws it in the pond.
Yeah, it's the old man he got earlier.
Only a couple, sir. That's all.
A couple of drinks and a gust of wind. So much for you.
Won't believe anybody.
About the bicycle.
Gummy.
Where's the owner of the bicycle?
Yes, sir. It was pulled clean out of my hand, sir. Then it went pedaling off down the street, all by itself.
Stop here.
You're getting closer.
Come on, get out. Take your bag and walk straight down the street. I'll guide you. Wait outside the pub window till the books come out. Put them in your bag and come back to the car. And wait for me.
I'm grabbing my jersey for
Don't
it.
stare at me, you fool. Look in front of you. Come on, get a move on.
Kicks him in the butt.
Here we are, Kemp. In here. Here. Stroll up and down as though you were waiting for someone. Watch for that window to open.
Griffin! Griffin! Are you there?
All right. Griffin wants his stuff back. Gets to go right in the town meeting.
Now it's them boys again, sir. Here, you leave this door alone. It's privacy. Oh, we never touched it. Yes, you did. Go on, up it. Go on. Get in.
Snuck past right through all of them. Back upstairs he goes. And he's certainly getting his books back. All right. Open sesame.
Here you are, Kemp.
I have a good mind to prosecute the whole lot of you for conspiracy.
Daft
I shall announce this
police.
evening that the whole thing's a hoax. You'll be the laughing stock of the entire country.
Gonna mess with the police? Ah, yeah, he's moving the ink around. And in the face you go.
He's here! The Invisible Man!
Oh, not again. Oh, he got her! He threw something at her! He didn't shut her up, though. Everyone's running for the hills. What the heck is he doing? He's waving his billy club around. You gonna believe now, you ignorant fools? Oh, get her, man. Oh, he's choking out the chief.
All a hoax. All a hoax.
Ooh.
All right, off you go. Go for your life, too.
Did you hear some shouting and screaming?
What was that screaming?
Had to take some exercise to keep warm. Killed a stupid little policeman. Smashed his head in. We start in earnest tomorrow morning, Kemp.
Rough night.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening. Is Inspector Lane at the station? I want a word with him.
Yes, sir.
Ah, obviously it's all in the papers now. Invisible Man slays policeman. Unseen maniac proves no hoax.
Nasty business, this.
It's a conjuring trick, that's what it is. I saw a fella make a peanut disappear once.
There are one of two things you must understand, Kemp. I must always remain in hiding for an hour after meals. The food is visible inside me until it is digested. I can only work on fine, clear days. If I work in the rain, the water can be seen on my head and shoulders. In a fog, you can see me, like a bubble. In smoky cities, the soot settles on me until you can see a dark outline. You must always be near at hand to wipe off my feet. Even dirt between my fingernails would give me away. It is difficult at first to walk downstairs. We are so accustomed to watching our feet. But these are trivial difficulties. We shall find ways of defeating everything. You will sleep in the room opposite and bring me some more food at 8 o'clock. Good night.
Well, gonna lock his door. Kemp couldn't even respond to any of that with any sense. Well, it seems like it's time to go to bed. Undo those bandages one more time. Man, it's just surreal. See just that blankness. How did they do that back then? All right, back to the pub. Take out the dead cop. That's what you get for being daft.
Now you'll understand my plans. You're in charge of all country east of here, Thompson.
And the manhunt
20 miles
begins.
north of the main road.
Very good, sir.
Neville, you take the opposite section to the south. Stoddard, you take charge of the search in the hills. And Hogan, you take all the villages out to the river. Right, sir. Now we shall comb the country for 20 miles round.
Look at the
We've got a
cute
terrible
kitty.
responsibility. He's
Look
mad
at
and he's
you.
invisible. He may be standing beside us now.
You're a bit hot though, buddy, so
But
I'm
he's
gonna
human.
move you over beside your brother. There
Kill
you go.
1,000 men
You
out
go
tonight.
sit there.
Tomorrow we shall have 10,000 volunteers to help them. There's a broadcast warning going out at 10:30. At all costs, we must avoid a panic spreading.
It is good to see things more organized though now.
And remember, he'll leave tracks, even if he himself is invisible.
What?
I must interrupt the dance music for a moment.
Oh.
I have an urgent message from police headquarters. Early this evening, we broadcast a report of an invisible man. The report has now been confirmed. It appears that an unknown man by scientific means has made himself invisible. He has attacked and killed a police inspector and is now at large. The chief of police appeals to the public for help and assistance. Those willing to cooperate in the search are requested to report tomorrow morning to their local station. The invisible man works without clothing. He will have to seek shelter.
Well, they need volunteers. Oh, poor kids. Probably an orphanage or something.
Police will be glad to receive any suggestions that will help in...
Oh, there's one citizen ready to go volunteer.
Remember, he's solid but cannot be seen. A reward of £1,000 will be given to any person whose information leads to his capture. The police appeal to the public to keep calm and to admit uniformed search parties to all property.
How do you pick things back? No, this party's over. Wow. Some real panic now. Lock your windows, bar your doors. He's just fast asleep in a bed. He is still a man, after all. Men need sleep. Oh, Kemp. What are you up to? Time to make a telephone call, eh?
Hello. Vitisha, 1021.
All right. Time to call the big boss.
Hello? Doctor, listen. It's something ghastly. It's Griffin. He's come back. He's the invisible man. He's asleep in my room. He's mad. A raving lunatic. He's killed a man tonight.
Listen to me, Kemp. No one but you and I know that it's Griffin. I shall come in the morning.
You must come now. I can't bear it.
If I come now, he'll be suspicious and escape. You must keep him calm and quiet for tonight. I trust you, Kemp.
Oh, but she heard.
Who was that, Father?
It was Kemp.
It was about Jack. I knew it. What is it?
And she heard some of it.
Tell me.
Oh, leave me alone, Flora, please.
I'm not afraid. Tell me.
Jack Griffin's come back. He's at Dr. Kemp's house now. Jack Griffin's the invisible man.
Hey, is that the police?
Wow, that was easier than I thought.
Reward, all right? Well, listen, I've got a way to catch him. The paper says he threw ink at the man he killed. Well, you get your own back and squirt ink about with a hose pipe to hit him. The ink will stick on him, see? Then you can shoot him.
Is that the police? I want to tell you how to catch the invisible man.
Everyone's
The paper
throwing
says
in their
it's gonna be
theories.
frosty in a day or two. Well, you watch out when it's frosty, then you can see his breath.
Police, quickly. This is the police. This is Dr. Kemp. The invisible man is in my house, asleep upstairs. Come at once. Hurry.
But listen, Doctor, I've only got 5 men here. 100 to surround the house. Yes, all right, I'll send them up as soon as possible.
Oh,
You
boy.
must leave it to me and Kemp. We shall work day and night to undo this terrible experiment.
You must let me go to him.
Only when he's well again.
No, no. I can do far more with Jack.
Honestly,
than you are,
if
Dr.
Kemp had any sense,
He's not
the
normal.
invisible man is
His mind
asleep.
unhinged.
Run! Get out of the house and
I can
leave!
begin to help you. You're powerless unless he does. Get your coat, Father. I'll be ready in 5 minutes.
But it's past midnight. Wait till the morning.
Oh, it's life or death, Father. You know that. I'll go alone then.
Flora.
Everyone's making moves.
Who's that? Who's that? Unlock the door, Kemp. Let me in.
Oh, he's up.
What are you doing here, Kemp?
I couldn't sleep. I had to get up.
Come down.
Why did you lock the door?
I was afraid.
Wouldn't you be afraid if I were invisible like you?
There's no need to be afraid, Kemp. We're partners. Bosom friends.
We've a busy day ahead. You must sleep.
Oh boy. All right. Here come the coppers. Oh.
I see. You told the police. That was why you went downstairs.
No, I didn't. I swear I didn't. Look, it's not the police. It's Dr. Cranley and Flora.
That's one saving grace. The police did not come first.
Why, yes, of course.
I had to tell them you were back, Griffin. Flora was nearly mad with anxiety.
How could I forget? Shall I let them in? Yes, of course you must let them in. I shall go and prepare myself in my room. I shall see Flora. Alone.
At least that calmed him down. But again, second chances. This is the time to run. Whew.
He knows you're here. You said he was asleep. He saw you from the window. He wants to see Flora alone. No, Flora, don't. He's calm now. Quiet.
Jack won't do me any harm.
I tell you, he's insane. It's for us to cure him, Kemp and I. Keep away, Flora.
I must go to him.
Listen, Doctor. He was a different man when he saw Flora leave the car. He won't hurt her. We must play for time. Why for time? We must prepare things. We try and bind him now and throw us off and escape. We must take him when he's asleep and chloroform him. Wait here.
Flora, my darling.
Thank God you're home, Jack.
I would have come to you at once, Flora, but for this. How wonderful it is to see you.
Well, he enjoys a nice quiet moment here.
That funny little head I always liked. You've been crying.
I want to help you. Why did you do this?
For you, Flora.
For me?
Yes, for you, my darling. I wanted to do something tremendous. To achieve what men of science have dreamt of since the world began. To gain wealth and fame and honor. To write my name above the greatest scientists of all time. I was so pitifully poor. I had nothing to offer you, Flora. I was just a poor, struggling chemist. I shall come back to you, Flora, very soon now. The secret of invisibility lies there in my books. I shall work in Kent's laboratory till I find the way back. There is a way back, Flora, and then I shall come to you. I shall offer my secret to the world with all its terrible power. The nations of the world will bid for it, thousands, millions. The nation that wins my secret can sweep the world with invisible armies.
Jack, I want you to let my father help you. You know how clever he is. He'll work with you day and night until you find that second secret, the one that'll bring you back to us. Then we'll have those lovely, peaceful days again, out under the trees, after your work in the evening.
Your father? Clever? You think he can help me? He's got the brain of a tapeworm, a maggot, beside mine. Don't you see what it means? Power. Power to rule, to make the world grovel at my feet.
Jack, listen to me.
He's losing it.
My father found a note in your room. He knows something about Mama Kane even you don't know. It alters you, changes you, makes you feel differently. Father believes the power of it will go if you know what you're fighting. Oh, come and stay with us. Let's fight this thing out together.
Power, I said. Power to walk into the gold vaults of the nations, into the secrets of kings, into the Holy of Holies. Power to make multitudes run, squealing in terror at the touch of my little invisible finger. Even the moon's frightened of me, frightened to death. The whole world's frightened to death.
Amazing lines Claude Rains delivers there. But here come the police.
So, I see. Kemp couldn't sleep. He had to go downstairs. He was frightened. I put my trust in Kemp. I told him my secret, and he gave me his word of honor. You must go now, Flora.
I want to help you.
There is nothing for you to do, my dear, except to go. I shall come back. I swear I shall come back, because I shall defeat them. Go now, my dear.
No, I want to stay. You must hide.
Well, don't worry. The whole world's my hiding place. I can stand out there amongst them in the day or night and laugh at them. Come along, my darling.
All right, time to get undressed. Another round against the so-called useless police.
Father.
Not done work. Big hands all around the house. Big hands. Big hands. Big hands. Big hands.
All right, they're making a little circle around the house.
Look on your lawn. Now, boys, forward.
Thank you, Kemp, for opening the window. You're a true friend, Kemp. A man to trust. I've no time now, but believe me, as surely as the moon will set and the sun will rise, I shall kill you tomorrow night. I shall kill you even if you hide in the deepest cave of the earth. At 10 o'clock tomorrow night, I shall kill you.
Help! Help! He's here! He's here! Here he comes. Steady, stand where you are. Keep your arms.
Don't break the circle. Oh.
What is it? Something smacked my face.
Naughty boy.
Let go! Help! What's the matter with you? He's twisted my nose. Steady, boys. We've got him all right this time.
There goes your hat.
Good shot.
Get that hat.
He's just playing with him right now.
Boys, advance slowly. It's all right. He's unarmed. We've got him easy.
But do you?
Help! Help! He's got me by the feet!
Nah, he's already past you.
It's the invisible man. Got him by the feet. Up, quick.
The ridiculous thing, he's swinging him around by his feet. Y'all could have rushed him. You knew where he was. Threw him out of his pants. Oh, y'all are useless. He's still grabbing his pants. Over the wall he goes. I love this part.
Here we go, gathering nuts in May, nuts in May, nuts in May, gathering nuts in May.
It's just a pair of slacks dancing down the road.
10 o'clock tonight.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how funny that was. Oh.
Now, Dr. Cranmer, you're concealing something from me. One moment. I want you to explain why you and your daughter were in this house at 2 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
Dr. Kemp called me up. He told me the man was here. He wanted my help.
Why did he ring you before the police? Why did your daughter come too?
She came to drive the car.
You know who the invisible man is, Doctor. I understand you have another assistant besides Dr. Kemp.
Uh-oh.
Dr. Griffin. Where is Dr. Griffin?
He's gone away.
It is Griffin. What's the good of concealing it? It's Griffin, and he's threatened to murder me. He may be here now, beside us, in the garden, looking through the window, or in the corner of my bedroom, waiting for me, waiting to kill me. And you all sit there doing nothing, nothing.
We've doubled the search party 10 miles around Kemp's house.
Boy, Kemp really is out of it. But then again, I guess, how do you feel when you get a threat of your life that's that powerful? You know it's going to be delivered.
I'll give £1,000 for a practical idea. He's roaming the country at will. A madman.
Oh, they're all just...
Here I am. Aren't you pleased you found me?
Oh, gonna throw him off the cliff! Woo! Wow! Oh, another one! Oh, and he said he was going to mess with trains. Oh boy. Playing with the switches. Oh! Into the ravine. My God! A hell of a sight to see.
Give me £5.
Oh, time to a little bank robbery. Of course, of course. Or at least some commotion.
Morning, sir.
He's just walking out with a tray.
There you are. A present from the Invisible Man. Money, 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 money. Up and down the city road, in and out the eagle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. Money, 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 money. 20 men of the search parties have been killed, and 100 in the train disaster. The Invisible Man has been reported in 100 different places. Now I appeal to you to help us keep the public calm.
Can you tell us what plans you've got for capturing...
Oh, I forgot Dwight Fry was in this.
Yes, I know, but have you any special secret means of getting him?
The police have offered £2,000 for the first effective means.
Why not bloodhounds?
The bloodhounds have lost the scent
Why not put wet tar on all the roads, then chase the black soles of his feet?
because he's not a fool. Now we've got one hope, gentlemen.
I completely forgot Dwight Fry was in this, even just brief,
He may
as
be
a
standing
reporter.
beside you listening.
Wow. I know he's in, I think he's in another one or two of the Frankenstein movies, either reporter or another hunchback character. Forgot he was in that one. Just great to see. I'll always pop for the people I like. Oh, does she have a picture of him? Do we get to see?
Stand back,
No?
close against the wall.
Oh, they've got nets to play with.
Now then. Drag that net clear across the room. Now everything depends on the way we carry out my plan. I'll tell you directly we made certain he's not in this room. Good. Now we're safe here at last. Constable, keep an eye on that window. Now, come here. All of you, sit down.
Trying to keep Kemp alive.
Now listen carefully. We've got a chance tonight that will never come again. He's threatened to murder Dr. Kemp at 10 o'clock. And from what we know of him, he'll do his utmost to carry that out. He's certain to be near this house, watching for some time beforehand. Now, at 9:30, Dr. Kemp, with a bodyguard of police, will leave this house and walk down to the police station. It's a natural thing for Dr. Kemp to seek protection. Now, the Invisible Man is certain to be near. He's certain to see what's happening.
You mean you're going to use me as a bait?
Yes.
I can't.
You must. You'll be perfectly safe.
Safe? I tell you, he's not human. He can go through anything. Prison walls, everything.
Don't be a fool.
I tell you, I can't sit in that
No
station
common
waiting.
sense.
He'd kill you all, then take the keys and come to me.
Very well. If you're afraid of waiting in the police station, you can leave it directly you're inside. There's a secret way out through the inspector's private house. We'll disguise you as a policeman, and you can walk out with other uniformed men and drive away. Even if he sees you, he won't recognize you. He'll most probably be waiting in front to break in at 10 o'clock.
What happens to me then?
I'll have you driven back quietly to this house by the back lanes. Then get into your car and drive away into the country, miles away, and stay there until you...
He should be doing that right now. He should have done that days ago.
Get him all right this time. I'll lay traps that even an invisible man can't pass.
Sure you will.
You see, it covers a fairly wide range. Now, I've got 20 of these guns and a good man to each.
Oh yeah, the
One
paint
splash
guns.
of this on his skin, and we've got something to follow at last.
Why not paint the top of the wall?
Because he'd smell it. I've got a better plan. I'm going to put a thin layer of loose earth along the top of the wall. The slightest touch will disturb it. We've got him trapped.
Oh, I see. Pretty good.
All right, they're off to a good enough start, surrounded by at least 12, 16 policemen. Kemp's being walked to the station. And the Invisible
I
Man
think they're very clever.
is just going to wait at the house.
All right, take him straight inside.
If you were going to comply with the police, this would have been the time to do it. Just stay here.
20 minutes to 10. Keep your eyes open now, boys.
Here, quick, sir. I heard footsteps outside. Soft footsteps, like naked feet.
How do you hear naked feet through a brick wall? All right, we're dressing him up as a cop. Into the car you go.
Where are you going to?
In the mountains, 100 miles away.
Drive away quickly.
Ignorant fool.
It's 10 minutes to 10. He's bound to do something in a minute.
You suppose he'll try getting in through the station?
Every door and window is barred, with a double guard on each. No, he'll try the wall right enough.
Okay, there's a cat on the other side. Is that going to trigger them?
There you go.
Oh, no. Sprayed the cat.
Clear stations now. Watch the wall. He's over the wall. I put breathing down my neck. He's in here.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, he wanted to murder me.
I think this will do nicely, Kemp. We'll stop here.
It's 10 o'clock. I came with you to keep my promise.
No, it's all a mistake, Griffin. I swear I never told the police. I want to help you. Let me be your partner.
I had a cold and uncomfortable journey just to keep my promise at 10 o'clock. I went into the police station with you, Kemp. I stood by while you changed into that coat. I rode on the running board of the car that took you home again.
Dragging him by his scarf. Oh, tying his hands, tying his feet.
I hope your car's insured, Kemp. I'm afraid there's going to be a nasty accident in a minute.
He's not kidding.
Nasty accident.
Griffin, I'll do anything. Everything you ask me.
You will? That's fine. Just sit where you are. I'll get out and take the handbrake off and give you a little shove to help you on. You'll run gently down and through the railings. Then you'll have a big thrill for 100 yards or so till you hit a boulder. Then you'll do a somersault and probably break your arms. Then a grand finish up with a broken neck. Well, goodbye, Kemp. I always said you were a dirty little coward. You're a dirty, sneaking little rat as well. Goodbye.
Yep. Can't deny. Goodbye. Woo!
1,000 replies have come to my appeal for suggesting ways of catching the...
All right, Kemp is dead.
Some stupid, but all impossible.
Some of these fools.
They might catch him asleep.
That caught! That's the one! The worst acting in this movie. Stoned out. I don't know if that was on purpose, but I've been waiting for that. Ah, are the mistakes yet? It is time for the mistakes being made. The Invisible Man decides to have a nap in the hay in some abandoned little barn.
This feels good.
And it begins to snow, and it just so happens some lucky son of a gun makes the discovery. Could have missed it easy. Could have missed it easy. I'll say one thing about this movie. The finale sort of comes out of nowhere. But he's sleeping steady in the hay. And the farmer is not that stupid.
Look there! We wanted help. There it is.
Snowing.
It's now or never. Snow won't lie long at this time of year. It may be gone in a few hours. No. Find out if the snow is general over the country. Send out a broadcast message. He can't stay out in this bit of cold. He'll seek shelter.
He came to the police station.
Excuse me, sir. There's breathing in my barn.
What do you mean, breathing in your barn?
Well, what do you think?
The invisible man, sir. Sure as I stand here.
The farmer may have imagined it, but we can't leave anything to chance. Surround the barn. No use trying to take him on the inside. Force him out into the snow. Take a pile of wood and some gasoline and set fire to it.
No matter how powerful someone can become, if anything's gonna beat you, it's timing. This timing worked for the good guys. He's done enough after all. He's killed many, caused a train accident, even killed his assistant.
That's it, sir. He's in there under a pile of straw, sir. Not on the windows he can watch from. No, sir, only the door, sir.
That's what's lucky about it.
There's a reward of £1,000 waiting for you if we're successful.
Lucky man.
That's the place, and we're lucky to have the open country. Take your men over to the line of trees and cover the country from the road to the top of the hill. Line the rigs through those trees. Double. Now, Chief, there's no time to lose. We can't wait till he comes out to search for food. We must fire the barn at once and drive him out into the snow. You men keep in single file. We don't want a lot of your footprints around the barn. We want to keep the snow for his feet alone.
Yeah. Everyone's getting as ready as they can be. And there's the fire. Stopped snow. Oh, well, it was briefly stopped snowing. Searchlight right on the door. Door's open.
Shall I give the signal to advance?
Oh boy, can't go far now. Footprints. Got him. To the
I don't
hospital.
think your guard will be needed any longer. How is it? It's very near the end. Are you Dr. Cranley?
Yes, I had a message to come immediately.
Towards dawn this morning, he grew quiet. He called the name of a girl. I understand your daughter, Dr. Cranley.
She's waiting below. Is there any chance?
Bullet passed through both lungs. It's impossible to treat the wound. Do you think your daughter could bear to go to him? I'm afraid the end may be rather terrible. The effect of the drugs will die with him. His body will become visible as life goes.
I'll bring her now.
All right.
She's coming now.
I knew you would come to me, Flora. I wanted to come back to you. My darling, I failed. I meddled in things that man must leave alone.
Only at the end does he understand.
Father, come quickly.
He's gone. But great shot of the returning visibility at the end. Wow. I forget how young he looked at this time, too. Still holds up so incredibly well, does the Invisible Man. Good cast is worth repeating. So there we go, guys. Invisible Man in the books. Again, out of the 5 I'm reacting to this month, if I recommend any to someone who's looking for something just a little bit different in the department, it would be this one. It delivers for me again, and is just as shocking, funny as it is the first 2 times I've watched it. Hope you all have a lovely day. Like, share, subscribe. If you're still here, much appreciation to you, even just coming to check it out for a few minutes. All the love in the world for you being here. It's fun in October doing this stuff with you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep it real.